and YouTube. Welcome. Dr. Dion Napier, Amplify Vocal Studio. I'm going to do a quick 15-minute chat today talking about why your mixed voice feels confusing. We're going to break it down. There are 4 reasons that I highlight and 4 reasons that I see most often coming through my studio and what I see online. Welcome to you guys that are joining live. But I want to share and elaborate and give you an opportunity to ask some questions, okay? Talking about mixed voice today and why it feels confusing. So join. Y'all already hear me talking about join. So thank y'all for being here. You can share with others, other singers, other vocalists that want to get a grasp on mixed voice, all right? That's what we're talking about today. And then at the end, I'm going to share an opportunity that I have for you to join my mixed belt 4-week course that's coming up October the 19th. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. So the first reason that your mixed voice feels confusing, I'm looking at my notes, is because you are not using pharyngeal resonance. That's the biggest reason that a lot of people struggle with the mixed voice, especially classically trained singers coming from opera, right? We don't emphasize that twangy, whiny quality, which is pharyngeal resonance. And then on the contemporary side, if you're a contemporary singer, a lot of times you're just used to just muscling and powering through your songs, and you may not even be aware either that pharyngeal, whiny, twangy sound is what you need to incorporate so you can sing powerfully, but without blowing your voice out, okay? So when I say, again, pharyngeal resonance is the key element in locking into your mix. And what pharyngeal resonance is, or what it produces, is a honky, twangy quality, right? It's that. So what I like to do is walk my singers through isolated pharyngeal exercises. When we're first starting out, you want to just isolate and identify the pharyngeal resonance, okay? And so I'm going to share 2 exercises that you can use to identify that and isolate it. The first one, let me see what I wrote, y'all. My memory slips me, is vacuum cleaners. Yes. So you can act like you vacuuming and just do 1-5-1. I'm going to start right in my middle voice. So you would go, and I use my hand like I'm really vacuuming, right? Sometimes that helps. You can use that. Now, y'all, I know y'all heard that little flip in my voice. I'm still warming up. So you will feel that. If you're not fully warmed up yet, you'll feel those chords adjusting like, okay, we in a different register. That's not wrong, okay? So don't let that throw you off. Here we go again. Again. Okay, so for ladies, usually our first bridge coming from our chest into our lower middle is where we struggle and don't know what to do, okay? So this exercise is really going to help you to kind of navigate that. For guys, it's usually your second bridge. So coming from your middle voice into head voice is usually where y'all struggle. So you'll want to do the same kind of exercise in that same spot. So for male singers, you guys can start maybe right here. And just imagine you vacuuming the floor. And you want to make sure that it's not ha. No, that's not pharyngeal. There's no pharyngeal resonance in that. Okay, that is full open mouth resonance. You don't want that. Ha, not ha. Ha. Okay, so practice that. That's one. Another one that you can do that I've done several times is nay, 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 and you can start from the top. So for ladies, you can do nay, 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 Okay, again, this is isolated pharyngeal resonance. It sounds brassy. It sounds abrasive. You will not sing this in public. This is a means to an end, just so you know how to mix, right, this sound quality into your chest voice and into your head voice. Okay, so again, all right, so that's one that you can practice. All right, yeah, let's go to the next one. Any questions? You guys that are here with me live, do you have any questions? That's the first reason why your mixed voice is feeling confusing, is because you're not incorporating pharyngeal resonance. Usually you either hollering in chest voice or you flipping over into a weak head voice when you really want to have power. And the way to not do either of those is to add the whiny pharyngeal resonance. Okay. Y'all can drop questions if you have them. If everything is clear, awesome. The second reason why your mixed voice might be feeling confusing is because you think mixed voice is a blending of chest and head registers only. And this is, I just mentioned this, okay? That is not true. Mixed voice actually results from chest plus pharyngeal resonance blend, and then head and pharyngeal resonance blends. Okay, so think about this. When we say mix, what are we mixing? You're mixing resonance between chest voice and pharyngeal, so that chest voice quality and some of that and then you're also mixing plus right. I know pitch. Don't get off on the pitch, but I'm just saying head voice quality. So that would be a heady kind of mix, okay? That's what you're blending, all right? So your chest and head registers cannot mix without adding pharyngeal resonance, all right? So that's what you got to know. If you ain't adding pharyngeal resonance, you ain't mixing nothing. You just dragging that chest up, or you just flipping over into a more pure head voice, which is a classical sound and is not what you want to use in commercial styles. Okay, the third reason why your mixed voice may feel confusing is because you're listening to too many different voice coaches. Oh my God, let me talk about this for a minute. Welcome, you guys that are joining on YouTube. Feel free to drop questions. Y'all, I love y'all, but y'all be listening to a lot of different coaches out here on YouTube and stuff, trying to find answers. And what's happening is that you don't have a foundation in the vocal technique, in a mixed technique. You don't have a foundation set yet. And so you listening to all these different coaches with all their different terminology, and it's confusing you, and you're not able to get to your result. So this is what I like to tell singers. You need to select one coach that you like, that you relate to, and they explain things clearly and you understand, and just roll with them. Let them take you through their process of laying your foundation in mixed voice. Then once you get the foundation laid, you can listen to other perspectives and take those in. But when you do that before you have a solid foundation, it's going to cause you to go round and round the mountain, round and round in circles. You're going to be getting all this knowledge, all this information, but you're not going to know how to apply it to get the result. Okay? So thanks for your crystal clear information. You are welcome. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, so that's one thing that's keeping y'all confused about mixed voice. You're listening to too many folks, okay? So find you somebody, stick with them, let them establish your foundation, and then you can keep going, okay? So that's that. That's pretty clear. Let's keep going. The fourth reason, and this is the final reason. This is really quick. The final reason your mixed voice might be confusing is that you have wrong muscle memory ingrained in your singing approach, okay? So singing with poor technique or no technique creates bad singing habits that become ingrained in the muscle memory, and this is what makes it difficult to learn and master mixed voice coordinations by yourself without a skilled coach to help you. Okay, so we all have singing habits, you know, especially before we get trained. We just kind of sing, we listen to the radio, and we're just kind of trying to mimic that, or we just sing however we sing. But when you go to learn a mixed voice and learn those coordinations, you kind of have to unlearn those bad habits. Okay, that's essentially what that's saying. So we got to uproot that bad muscle memory, and usually, guys, you're not able to do this kind of work on your own without a coach. All right, So y'all hire a coach, get a second pair of ears that can hear you, that can see you, that can properly diagnose what's going on so you can get to your result faster. You can spend time on YouTube figuring it out, listening to doing whatever. I'm not saying that can't work, but I'm saying usually that's going to have you going round and around the mountain, and it's usually going to take longer than it could if you would just connect with a coach and let them help you. Okay. So those are 4 reasons your mixed voice might be sounding or might be feeling confusing. Okay. There are other reasons, but those are the 4 I want to highlight today. All right. So I gave y'all an exercise to work on that pharyngeal resonance. And then I gave you the other reasons. So October 19th is starting my next cohort of basics of mix and belt. Okay. This is my 4-week online course, 4-week online live course for classically trained singers as well as professional level commercial style singers. Okay, so if you're a singer that you're used to kind of singing in this belt chest voice, but then as you ascend, you getting tired, you straining, you don't really know how to transition, you kind of just flip over into this head voice that's not sustainable, and you need to figure out how to move from that powerful chest into a head voice kind of mix but still keep the power, then this course is going to be for you, because I walk you through how to do that, how to think about that, how to practice that. I give you specific exercises so you can train that part of your voice and beef up what's weak so that you can have a powerful mix. Okay. If you are a classically trained singer that's used to a lot of head dominant singing, hallelujah, right? That's what we do in classical. It's head dominant. We're not really using a lot of the different registers and all of that, right? If that's you and you want to sing commercial music, but you don't know nothing about no mix, you don't know how to get that whiny, brassy sound. My ladies in classical, a lot of times our chest voice is just non-existent, right? We are just so disconnected. But if you are wanting to get that stuff beefed up, learn how to get a more modern sound, then this course is also for you. So all you have to do is just message me, DM me Mix on Instagram, or you can go to my website, amplifyvocalstudio.com, and you can click Mix Belt. There's a tab on the site and you can apply. Okay. I'm not just accepting anybody and everybody. Welcome to those who join. I'm not just accepting anybody and everybody. Okay. You have to apply. I have to see your musical background. I have to make sure that you are a correct fit for this class. Who this course is not for, it is not for beginner singers. It's also not for lazy singers. I'm going to just tell y'all straight up. I don't work with lazy folks. I work with people that's going to show up, participate, do the work, and get the results. Okay. So if that's you and you know you need this type of cross training in your life, I want you to DM me Mix on Instagram so we can chat, or you can go to the website or go to my link in bio on Instagram too, and you can go ahead and apply. And then once I see your application, we can chat from there too. Okay. Any questions? Because I'm done. I'm not going to be on here longer than 15 minutes. Any questions, comments about mixed voice, any struggles that you're having with mix, anything? I'll take a couple of seconds while I get a drink of water. Instagram folks, any questions on mixed voice? Some of y'all be on a lot of my lives. What are y'all getting? What are y'all's takeaways? I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just here for people showing up observing, right? I like people that engage, So what questions, what comments, what's unclear, what is working really well for you? Let me know in the comments. That's what I'm showing up for. Let me know. Let me know. If not, y'all that catch the replay, you can drop your questions, comments in the chat. I'll be back on Friday with another live. I'll be going live on Tuesdays and Fridays at noon for the next few weeks. So if you want to set your reminder, go ahead and set it. But I will be live. I will be coming with some valuable information that you guys can benefit from. Definitely when you mentioned pharyngeal resonance, it made much more sense. Okay, great, Tim. Great. Yeah, the pharyngeal resonance is one of the biggest keys to getting a more modern sound for classically trained singers. That's the link. And we don't talk about that in classical music because it does not fit the classical sound aesthetic. So it's not emphasized, okay? But you got to have it if you're going to sing modern. This person says, I'm a beginner. Seems you don't work with beginners, sadly. No, I do not work with beginners. I can't say I'm in the process, but I am planning maybe next year to create like a self-paced course for beginners so that you can do that one yourself. But I work with professional level classical singers and contemporary singers. So that's who I am primarily serving. But thank you for being here. I have a lot of kind of beginner type of stuff on my YouTube channel. So you are welcome to visit me on YouTube, check out some of those things and ask whatever questions you need. Can you reiterate about chiaroscuro? Yeah, I didn't talk about chiaroscuro today, but I do talk about that. Yeah, so the idea of chiaroscuro is just bright and dark. That's what that means. So it's a balanced type of voice. And it's not much different, Tim, than what we do in classical, right? Having that balance kind of thing. Again, the difference is the ratio. You got to have a little bit more ratio of pharyngeal resonance in the sound when you're doing a contemporary chiaroscuro, right? So I'll do a demonstration on ma. I like to use ma on that one. So ma 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 ma. That would be more of a contemporary kind of chiaroscuro because I got the that's giving me the pharyngeal resonance, the M, and then I have the that's giving me the dark, right, which is the scuro. So the chiaro is the and the scuro is the If I were to sing this classically, Tim, it would be something like so you still hear some of that forward bright quality in there, especially because I'm a soprano, I'm a coloratura, so I trained like that to keep that stuff really forward. So you still hear some of it, but the ratio is much less. The quality of the sound is much warmer altogether. Versus right? I'm letting the vibrato flow freely through the classical. With the more contemporary chiaroscuro, it's less airflow. It's straight tone. That's not straight tone. So anyway, that's the idea of chiaroscuro. Chiaroscuro is going to end up giving you a balanced mix kind of sound. Balanced mix is practically applied in like legit style musical theater. So if you want to get a sound for contemporary style chiaroscuro, you can listen to legit musical theater and you'll notice it has a lot of similarities to classical. It's not the same as classical, but it has a lot of similarities, okay? So that is what's up with chiaroscuro. I hope that answers your question. All right, y'all, it's 18 minutes in. I'm about to go, but thank y'all for joining. Drop your comments or whatever in the chat. Hit me on Instagram. I'll be back Tuesday at 12 noon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.